Hey, what's going on YouTube? Once again, it's your boy B with another informative video for all of the people out there that love this hobby that I really enjoy. Love this hobby. Well, as you can see, it's LED moonlight time. Got the lunar lights on. Feeding the corals a little bit of the feeding spectrum in the lunar lights. Yeah, my corals really enjoy the lunars. Alright, this video that I'm making this evening is going to be about how to purchase and also to incorporate a naso, a powder, or a hippo into your system successfully. I'm going to make the video as short and as direct and to the point as possible. Now, when you go into the stores to purchase, you're gonna see the beautiful powders and nasos and blonde and your hippos. The tangs are some of the most beautiful fish in the hobby, hands down. I like the tangs personally. Some people they prefer the butterflies and the angels. I just think the tangs are the most beautiful. Let's talk about the tang in his natural environment. In the tang's natural environment, all of the species of tangs, they're grazers. And throughout the day, in their natural habitat, they cover miles and miles and miles of land. They swim for miles and miles and miles, grazing and foraging, looking for new sources of food. All right. Some of these guys that are the aqua farmers, where the pet stores, some of the pet stores here in this country get their fish from, they acquire land, like shoreline land with the reef system on it. And, they fence it off, or, they go maybe about 2 or 3 miles out, fence it off. And the tangs are actually raised in a natural environment there. And they go in and scuba dive and get out the little tangs when the pet stores call and ship them to us. Now, we'll see the little guys in the store, $45 to $65, the powders, the nasos, your hippos, and we buy them. And some of us, without quarantining, we acclimate them, put them in our tank. A couple of days later, they develop it. Then we're scrambling, looking for a way to help the fish, and sometimes with no success, the fish dies. Okay, well, I'm gonna try to help. I'm gonna try to help my viewers out. I'm gonna give you a little information that the people in the pet shop aren't gonna really tell you. Maybe in rare cases you will run across somebody in the pet store that'll tell you. But the way to get around having the tang die and be successful is to get the older fish. Buy that fish, that tang that cost $150 or better. He's bigger, he's 4 inches and better, and it's not so much as the size. It's this fish has adapted to captivity, and more than likely the bigger tangs are the ones that have adapted to captivity. Now, that's not to say that you see a big tang, he's adapted and he's safe to buy, because sometimes they order tangs from these aqua farmers that are taken out of their natural habitat that are already of size, older than a juvenile, and they are pretty much in the same situation. So it's all about the fish that you're going to get. Has he adapted to captivity yet? And chances are, when you see the older, the bigger ones, they've already adapted to captivity, but not in all cases. You kind of want to see a tang that's been in the store for like a month, not 1 to 2 weeks, usually in the range of time that many people buy them, and then we get them and they die. You kind of want to buy one that you've seen him in the pet store for almost 2 months. Yeah, you've seen him there. He's been there every time you go. Maybe you're going to pick up some salt or some pH or some equipment, and you look, and this tang, he's been there. Going on 2 months, he's been there. Well, guess what? That tang is going to have a higher survival rate when you purchase him. He's used to captivity. He's made it through the stressful juvenile stage of a fish's life, getting taken out of a natural environment, bagged up, shipped, then acclimated into a system, then purchased again and put into another system. A lot of times all this stuff done within 3 weeks. Just simply too much for a little young fish. But these specimens that you may see in the stores, and you've seen them there for months or over like 4 weeks, these are the fish with the higher rate of success. Now, also when you're doing a tang, a butterfly, or angel, a quarantine tank has to be incorporated in your method to incorporate him into your display tank. You have to have a quarantine tank, unless you know 100% that your display tank is ick-free. And you know 100% that the water that this tang was given to you in doesn't have ick. You know it 100%. Chances are he's been exposed to the ick parasite. So it's always good to quarantine a fish, put him in a quarantine tank for 2 to 4 weeks, and just watch him. If he never develops any white spots or funguses or anything like that, chances are he's fine. But if there's ick present, it will manifest itself in a small system on a tank. And then this is when you treat. Never treat a healthy specimen. Just watch him. And after that, some people go 2, some people go 4. And after your time is up, quarantining the fish, go ahead and acclimate him into your system and make sure you don't have any bullies in your tank. The powders, the nasos, and the hippos, they don't do well with bullies in the tank. They are very peaceful fish. And the only fish that they will show aggression to is fish of their kind. Very peaceful. Don't do well with bullying. They'll get bullied. All right. So just to reiterate, go over what I said. Try to stay away from the juvies and try to purchase that fish that you've seen in the store for some time. Usually he's going to be bigger. And when you get that bigger one, he's been around the block a couple of times. He's comfortable with captivity, opposed to the guy that just got into the country. He went through all of these things in 3 weeks, snatched out of a natural environment, put in a bag, shipped, put in another bag, put in a tank. Then you take him, put him in another bag, and put him in another tank. Chances are he's not going to make it. He's going through too much. Unless you're an expert aquariumist, I consider myself advanced, so there are a lot of things I still don't know yet. And this is one of them that I didn't know. And like I said, the people in the pet stores, in rare cases, you might run across somebody that gives you this kind of information. But a lot of times they're just going to let you buy that $65 Tang, the little juvie, and take them home so they can sell you ick medication after that. Now, I'm not saying that they're villains, but they are in the business to make money. And it's up to us to do the research and be responsible hobbyists. So I hope this video's been informative to you. Once again, quarantine tank, 2 to 4 weeks. Don't treat a healthy specimen. Try to stay away from purchasing juveniles. Purchase the fish that you've seen in the store for some time swimming in a system. He's already adapted to captivity. It's all about purchasing a fish that you know has already adapted to captivity. You go in the store one day, you go back in the pet store, 3 days later they're fully stocked up with a new fish. Don't do it. Don't do it. Unless you have the necessary skill set for it, don't do it. Try to purchase that guy that's been there for some time. He's going to make it. All right, this is your boy B, and I hope this video has been informative to you. And please incorporate a quarantine tank in your system, or you're going to end up like me. having a tank with no fish in it while your ick dies off. All right, this your boy B. I hope all is well with you guys, and I hope your systems are doing well also. All right, peace out.